Welcome to Eerie Trails. Where the roads twist deeper than they should, and shadows remember your name. Here, every story is more than just a tale. It's a warning. So buckle up, keep your lights on, and whatever you do, don't stop listening, because on these trails, something is always following. He didn't normally accept orders after midnight, but the payout caught his eye, $78 for one drop. That was almost triple what David usually got for a single delivery. It was a slow Tuesday night in Dallas, and he'd already spent 2 hours circling empty streets, refreshing the app. When that high-paying ping popped up at 12:17 a.m., he didn't hesitate. The pickup was a 24-hour taco stand on the edge of the city. No problem there, he knew the owner. But the drop-off location was unusual. Not just out of the way, it was in a patch of semi-developed land between two empty lots off Farm Road 801, just west of Mekki City. Still, $78. The app labeled it, "Leave at door, no contact. Special instructions, do not speak to anyone." Weird. Sure, but not the weirdest he'd seen. He picked up the food: 4 breakfast tacos, a bag of hot sauce, and 2 bottles of water. No drinks, no sides. The girl at the stand said, "You're the third driver to pick that order tonight." David laughed. Well, they finally found the guy desperate enough to take it. She didn't smile, just nodded once, without eye contact. The drive was uneventful until he left the main highway. The GPS led him down a winding, unlit road. No street signs, no reflectors. Just blackness swallowing the weak beams of his headlights. The voice in his phone guided him calmly, even as he passed nothing but fields, storage sheds, and the occasional broken fence. Eventually, he saw it. A single-story house. Small porch, pale blue siding, no lights on, no cars, no neighbors. But there was something wrong. It wasn't the darkness, it was the stillness. Like everything around the house was holding its breath. The trees didn't sway, the bugs didn't buzz. Even the gravel under his tires seemed too quiet. He stopped the car at the edge of the short dirt driveway. Check the address again. 2126 Hollow Grove. The number was spray painted on the side of the mailbox in red. The kind of red that looked fresher than it should, not paint. Too dark. David took a breath, grabbed the bag, and stepped out. No contact delivery, in and out. He'd done this 100 times. As he approached the porch, his phone buzzed. New message from support. Please complete delivery. Do not engage with property. Do not enter the house? He blinked. Why would that be necessary to say? He climbed the porch. The wood felt soft, almost wet beneath his shoes. He knocked out of habit, then cursed at himself. The instructions said, "No contact." He set the bag down. Just as he turned to leave, he heard the click. The door had opened behind him. He spun. No one was there. The door sat open about 4 inches. A thin line of black behind it. No light, no movement, no sound. He took a step back, then another, and then something inside the house moved. Not a person, a shape, something crawling. The edge of what might have been a hand dragged itself across the floor, slow and deliberate. Long fingers, pale, insect-like. He ran, didn't look back. Threw himself into the car, slammed the door, started the engine. His phone buzzed again. Delivery complete. Payment sent. Tip $0. No way. He tossed the phone on the passenger seat and floored it, but the road out wasn't there. He drove where he'd come from. He knew the way back, but the path was different now. The trees were wrong. The signs were gone. His GPS kept rerouting, recalculating, recalculating, recalculating. The streetlights were gone. The stars were gone. Everything ahead was black, but not empty. The kind of black that watches you. Turned around. The house was gone too. No mailbox, no porch. Just open field. He parked on the side of the road and sat in the silence, chest heaving. He scrolled through his delivery history to find the address. Take a screenshot. There was no record of the order. No payment. No receipt. No 2126 Hollow Grove. Anywhere in his history. He checked the taco stand. It wasn't even listed as a location anymore. By the time the sun came up, he was parked in front of a gas station 30 miles west of town, hands trembling, dashboard blinking, low fuel. He tried to explain to the guy behind the counter, but the man just looked at him and said, "You too, huh?" That was 3 days ago. Since then, David hasn't been able to sleep. Every time he closes his eyes, he's back at the porch. The door creaks open. The shape crawls toward him. And just before it touches his foot, he wakes up. Only, it doesn't feel like a dream. And last night, around 2:11 a.m., the same time the order came in, he heard a knock at his apartment door. He looked through the peephole. There was no one there. Just a small brown delivery bag on the mat, still warm. No label. No app notification. Just a note. Next time, don't run. And that concludes our journey through the haunted highways of Texas. But the road doesn't end here. There are still miles of dark asphalt and forgotten trails where something waits. If you made it this far, maybe you're brave enough to come back for the next ride. Until then, keep your lights on. And don't trust the road when it goes quiet. This is Eerie Trails, and we'll see you in the next nightmare.